Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Thera Martin, glad to be with you once again. Today on the program, in our first segment, we are going to shine the spotlight on an organization called Frontline Dads. And here to tell the story is the co-founder, Mr. Reuben Jones, and so we look forward to learning more about Frontline Dads. And then when we turn the page, we got a special treat for you because we're into the holiday season now. Some of you will actually see this program the week of Thanksgiving, maybe even on Thanksgiving night after everybody has eaten a good meal and what have you. And so in our second segment, we've got a young lady. She's 15 years young, and she is going to tell us a little bit about herself and why she's making these steps with her parents' support to become a star. And she's going to sing for us, so make sure you stay around for that. But right now, let's just get ready to take a quick pause for the cause. We'll come back and we'll be talking with Mr. Reuben Jones first. Reuben Jones is here. He's here to tell us a story about Frontline Dads, an organization that has been in existence for 2 decades now. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, you are a blessing. I'm so glad that you're here. You've been so patient with me because we've been trying to do several things that we haven't gotten to yet, but I'm glad to get you here on the cable show.
It's fine. We know you're busy and it's an honor to be here.
And you are busy as well, and I respect that. It's so important what you're doing. Frontline Dads. Tell our viewing audience, what does Frontline Dads do?
So primarily we are a social justice advocacy organization that seeks to empower marginalized community, Black men, and at-risk youth. So we run a parenting program, we run a mentor program, we have a food bank, an after-school drop-in center, a music studio, coffee shop, and we focus a lot on violence prevention. So we do 2 different gun violence programs, one for youth and one for adults over 18.
Mm-hmm. So now let's go back for a minute. You got a coffee shop, you got a little studio. So the young people get to help operate that and work in your different things that you're doing?
Yes, ma'am. We run class on Wednesdays and Thursdays so they can come in and learn how to operate the equipment, how to make beats, how to record their voice. But then it's also open the rest of the week where they could just come in and practice their craft. We have a couple young people, one young person who did an audio book, and we have other aspiring rappers who are in the process of recording their demo, if you will, right now.
Yes.
So yeah, and it's free.
It's exciting. Yeah.
So
yeah. What motivated you and the other co-founder who was involved with you in starting Frontline Dads?
Yeah. So initially there were 8 of us who came up with the idea, and a lot of us around men who were returning home from prison and want to reconnect with their family, with their children mostly. And we recognized that there was an absence in terms of that family reunification because a lot of times the family, unfortunately, was not able or prepared to receive them. A lot of time the children had already dealt with trauma around the dad's absence. Sometimes the relationship between the mother and the father wasn't as good. So we realized we had to do a lot of damage control, a lot of repair work in order for that reunification to happen. So we designed a program to start mentoring young people, primarily young people who had an incarcerated parent, but young people in general, so that they could develop, improve their self-esteem, develop some of those critical thinking skills, and be able to really nurture that development with their father once they return. And we provided support for the father once he returned as well.
Well, now, two decades of being in existence, I bet you've got some people that you mentored, some young men that you mentored 20 years ago that are coming around still maybe and being supportive and giving back to Frontline Dads?
Absolutely. We have one who works for us right now. He was a young man that we mentored when he was about 14 or 15. He went on to, finish high school, start a family, and he's working for us right now. We have a young lady that we mentored, and she had a very challenged background. Let me preface with that. But she was fighting in school every day, that typical teenage angst with mom. But she ended up turning around, finished school. She got a job with it's an online business store, Shopify.
Okay.
And she did so well that she's from Philly. They ended up relocating her out to the West Coast in California.
Wow.
Well, she's like a regional manager now. She's like running things.
I know you're proud.
I'm super proud.
Yeah.
We have young people who went on to the military, who went on to college and graduated, and just raising their families and doing the right things in the community.
You know, sometimes when you have wonderful programs like yours and people want to know, well, what are your outcomes? What's your track record? It's hard to keep up with everybody that you serve. And there's some people, no matter how wonderful their life may be, and they've been blessed with all kinds of good things, and some of it probably came out of Frontline Dads helping them, but you can't keep track of everybody. Some people want to disappear after they do well or whatever, but you are able to capture some of them and see the successes and the track record so that you can really brag about the success.
Yeah, we are. We focus on building relationships. So we don't just mentor young people. We build a relationship with the families, with the parents.
Yes.
And we do lose some. I don't want to paint a perfect picture. We lost some to incarceration, to death. But for the ones that we're able to kind of continue that relationship with, we definitely maintain that contact. Sometimes they just grow and move on. You don't hear from them for 10, 15 years. And then, you know, they'll pop up and say, hey, Mr. Rubin, remember me?
Yeah.
And that's always a beautiful feeling as well.
Yes. I know that is. I know it is. Now, if people wanted to be in touch with Frontline Dads, if there's some men who are watching this program and saying, I really am looking for a new opportunity to volunteer. I want to give back in the community. So how can folks be in touch?
Yeah, we always welcome volunteers, particularly black male mentors. That's a big need that we're always seeking to fill. So if you're interested, you can do one of two things. You can email us at frontlinedads@aol.com. Actually, three things. Go to our website, www.frontlinedads.org, and we have a form they can complete on the website and volunteer. Or you can call us at 484-532-8772. Either one of those outlets, you'll reach us and we'll be able to plug you right in, get you some training. Of course, you got to get background clearance and that kind of thing.
Yes.
We train you, and then, you know, we love to have folks on board to help out.
Now, give us that phone number again,
484-532-8772.
484-532-8772. That's the number if you want to be in touch with Frontline Dads to plug in and find out how you can help them as they continue giving back and lifting up other people in our community. But then also, is there a membership fee to become a part of Frontline Dads?
So there's no membership fee, and we don't have a membership model yet, though we've discussed creating that, because sometimes people just want to participate in a one-time basis. Maybe they want to come and do a presentation for the young people or whatever it may be. Maybe they want to come volunteer to serve some food to some folks. But then have ongoing relationships, like we have community meetings and trainings around community organizing, health disparities. We did a partnership with Penn around colorectal cancer for men, where we were able to, you know, give them the FIT, which is a take-home test. And so we've been kind of preaching that kind of wellness for a while. But we are talking about moving into a membership kind of field, not for a fee, but just so that we can mobilize men when necessary. So for instance, right now there's a lot of gun violence in the city. Sometimes we just need visible men to mobilize in a specific area. Or we have situations like young people graduating, and maybe they don't have the money to pay the graduation fees or the prom. So having mentors and having men that are in our circle, we can help. We just asking really black men specifically to step up to help support and serve the young people in our city.
Now, do you ever work in partnership with some of the other groups that exist alongside of yours? I'm thinking Father's Day Rally Committee.
Absolutely. Bilal's a good friend, personal friend and mentor of mine. And we support a lot of work they do. They support a lot of work that we do.
Excellent.
Mothers in Charge with Dr. Dorothy.
Dorothy Spike.
A lot of times people hear about Mothers in Charge and they just think it's mothers who lost a child, which is tragic, you know. But they do so much work around development of young people, around investing in the community, around
they
re-entry.
Work in prison.
They work in the prisons. You know, they have anger management group. So we partner with them a lot. And you know, so yeah, we're always looking for partners to share resources, to kind of roll our sleeves up together with. And they're people that we support just because we believe in what they're doing. So yes.
Now, a lot of our young people, unfortunately, I shouldn't say a lot, but some of our population of young people have experienced trauma, be that a close friend being killed, maybe a family member being killed, maybe they witnessed it themselves. And so there's anger. They're angry.
Yeah.
Do you find that mental health issues are something that an organization like Frontline Dads has to address at some level?
So we do, and we have a therapist on staff. We have one available for the participants, youth and their families, but we also have a separate therapist that serves our staff, because sometimes we absorb other people's trauma vicariously, right? Because we deal with it so much on a daily basis. But young people or parents or cousins or nephews or girlfriends can get free therapy through our program by accessing our therapist. But I'll just say this really quickly. The last 3 years have been difficult, particularly on young people. We've been in this isolated state because of the pandemic. Yeah. You're talking about a lot of young people who may not have a father in their lives, so whether it's due to death or incarceration or addiction or whatever the reason was, that sense of abandonment is still there, that sense of rejection is still there. So that's where a lot of anger comes from. So you mix with that with self-medication through, whatever, the perks or the weed or whatever. So a lot of them do need help, and they are reaching out for this kind of help, and they don't know what to do a lot of time. So depending on responsible adults to help them navigate this difficult time.
Okay. So now you have one main location, but then there's more than that location where you can serve people.
So our main program location is at on 2233 North Broad Street. We shared the space with the Joe Scott Foundation, Blues Babe. And then we have our food bank, which is located at 34th and Spring Garden. And then we have the coffee shop, which is in Kensington, which also serves as a community hub.
So you gotta go all over from one spot to the other. You're busy.
So we're in all the hot spots. North Philly is the gun violence capital of the city. Where we're at in West Philly is the poorest neighborhood in the poorest big city in America, which is Mantua. And then Kensington, it's the opioid epidemic capital. So we're serving all those critical spaces.
Right. Whew. And I like to think we're doing a lot of stuff at Allegheny West Foundation. We're a nonprofit. We're based in North Philadelphia, 19132 zip code, one of the highest murder rate zip codes in the city. Not the highest, but one of them. We're not trying to battle on that. We just need to stop.
We have to stop. There's a program with Pastor Carl. I don't know if you know
Carl
him.
Day.
They do the Area 32 project over there. So I hope you guys get a chance to partner with them. They're doing excellent work and helping take down some of that gun violence. And we see it all across the cities. Anti-Moore down in South Philadelphia. Jamal just retired from doing his Stop Killing Us campaign. Tariq Glasgow down in South Philly. Nomo, Ricky Duncan and them. PAN, which is kind of citywide.
Anti-Violence Network.
Ceasefire, again, Mothers in Charge, Emir Healing Center.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of work being done in the city across the board to help reduce and prevent those gun violent deaths. So I just want people to have hope. I want people to just, stay the course because change is coming.
Change is coming.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming and being on the program today. I want to give people your phone number again. That's 484-532-8772 for Frontline Dads. And Reuben Jones, thank you. I appreciate you for being here so very much. We will continue with this edition of News You Can Use as we celebrate this holiday season, Thanksgiving holiday season, starting to march into the Christmas holiday season. We got a special treat in the form of Maya coming up in just a moment. Stay with us.
As birthplace to the first volunteer fire companies, Philadelphia is home to one of the nation's premier fire museums. Fireman's Hall Museum displays the city's fire history in addition to promoting fire safety. You can visit Fireman's Hall Museum in Old City at 147 North 2nd Street. Visit firemanshallmuseum.org to learn more or watch the museum's show, Curator's Corner, on LaSalle TV.
Hi, I'm Joanna Van Fine, class of 2007, and you're watching LaSalle 56.
It's LaSalle TV.
Oh, right, of course. All right, I'll do it again. Hi, I'm Joanna Van Fine, class of 2007, and you're watching LaSalle 56. You're watching LaSalle 56. Oh, God. Hi, I'm Joanna Van Fine, class of 2007, and you're watching LaSalle 56. Can't do it. Hi, I'm Joanna Van Fine, class of 2007, and you're watching LaSalle 56. Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Joanna Van Fine, class of 2007, and you're watching LaSalle 56.
It's right behind you.
LaSalle 56.
TV.
LaSalle TV 6. LaSalle 56. And you're watching LaSalle 56. LaSalle 56. And you're watching LaSalle 56.
You're old.
Hey! And you're watching LaSalle TV. I did it. I did it. I'm not old.
Everyone has a community, a neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems.
We are back and glad to be with you for this edition of News You Can Use. And we're just thankful for the opportunity to be at LaSalle TV. Once again, I have to always thank Professor Tanya Ellis for what she does. She's the executive producer of all the programs here at LaSalle TV. And I also want to say thank you to all of the students who helped to make this show and all of the shows possible that you see at LaSalle TV, which are then in turn broadcast on Comcast Channel 56 and on Verizon Channel 36 and or on YouTube. Just go on to YouTube, LaSalle Philly TV, and you will see all the great programs that they do here at LaSalle. So I am really glad about this segment of our show because we're at that time of year where I wanted to lighten it up a little bit. Some of the different guests that I have had on this season as we started out at the end of September, very serious subjects and all of that. And it's important to talk about serious things, but sometimes let's just lighten it up. And so that's what we're going to do in the form of Miss Maya Jamal, who is here. Hello, how are you, beautiful?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm well. You have quite a presence for a young lady who's only, 15 years old?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself, like what school do you attend and what kind of hobbies do you like outside of the entertainment? Because we'll get to that in a minute.
Gotcha. So I'm currently a sophomore at Abington Senior High School, right outside of Philly. And I mean, you hit it on the nose. I love music, but I also am a part of Abington School's flag football team. I'm also part of...
Wait a minute, football, as little as you are?
Yeah. So Abington's flag football team.
Okay, so you're into sports.
Yeah, and I really just love being around the people who I hold close to me.
Excellent.
And yeah, just that, music, and...
And you have two twin sisters at home that are 8 years old, and they look up to you and your older sister.
Yeah.
They're watching you all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, I'm told, a little birdie whispered in my ear that you started talking at a very early age, and as soon as you got to talking, you got to singing.
Yeah, definitely.
So what was that like as a little girl? What, 3 years old, 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, and you're trying to sing?
Well, I know I started talking like before I was one, and I started singing. Like I don't ever remember a time where I wasn't singing. It's always just been such a passion of mine, and well, thankfully I'm like good at it. So
when your parents realized, oh my God, our daughter can sing, did they say, well, maybe we'll get her some voice lessons, or maybe we better see if she wants to audition for some plays at school, or get you more involved so that you could grasp a hold of that talent and start using it?
Yeah, so really I always took the, took the initiative on things to just kind of like, I was always driven towards my school musicals or talent shows or whatnot. And so I would always do that myself. I remember my mom put me into a Walnut Street acting class when I was 5. And that was like the first thing that I ever did. And I was just hooked on like musical theater and like everything like that, and I just took every chance that I got to be able to sing.
Now, what is it like? You've auditioned for some stuff then, whether it was a school play
Yeah.
or the theater that your mom signed you up for. What is it like to audition and then maybe not get the part that you want? How do you handle that?
How do I handle that? I think definitely I have a lot of trust in whoever's casting the production, and I have a lot of trust that they are making their best creative decision on the project that they want to work on.
Where did you get this young lady from? Talk about mature.
Thank you.
Wow, I have a granddaughter who is 13 years old now, and she just auditioned for The Wizard of Oz at her school. She lives out in the suburbs of Pennsylvania, and she did not, she got called back for a second audition for Dorothy, the role of Dorothy. So she was all hype and she really wanted it, and then she didn't get selected, and she cried her eyes out.
I mean, we've all been there, so.
Yeah, but I tried to talk to her mother and her father, they talked to her to encourage her, and you don't give up and you keep trying. And then she ended up getting selected to be the Tin Man.
Oh my God,
so she's gonna do good.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the best 10 man there ever was.
Yeah, that's definitely something I learned. I know a big thing that my parents teach me is that failure is like the way to success. So failing is like a good thing in our house almost. Like it's like
keep you moving.
You fail, well that just shows you what do you gotta do
Keep trying,
next time.
keep pushing
and
harder.
It's definitely a thing that everyone in the music world, in the theater world has experienced. Like especially in like theater and acting, like you're not gonna get a lot of things. Like you could audition for 10 things and you can maybe get one callback or something like that. But I think with learning that, it just taught me that I have to like persevere, and if I want it, then I have to go get it.
You are amazing. I tell you, your Mama Stephanie, where do you get this girl from? I'm talking to her mother who's not on the set. You can't see her, but I have to give her respect to Mr. Paul and to Mr. Stephanie for raising this unique young lady here, and your other girls too. Sounds like you have a great family. Well, in a moment, we're going to get to have a taste of hearing you sing. I understand that you're going to sing the song I'm Here from the movie Color Purple. Wow, that's going to be pretty special. And before we run out of time in this piece, I just want to do a shout out to Mr. Holly Stain. Holly Stain is a friend of mine that I've known for over 30 years. When I first started in cable television in Wilmington, Delaware at Channel 22, it was called Heritage Cable at that time. Miss Rachel Williams, she was the executive producer of a show called Unison Kids, and she had me as one of the hosts. Holly Stain was like the talent producer for the show, and we used to just go and do our thing in Delaware and all of that, and we're proud for the opportunity. But thank you, Mr. Holly Stain, for introducing me to Maya and her parents, and we're excited. We're going to hear you sing in just a moment. You'll get to hear us sing too. Stay with us. Don't you go away.
I don't need you to love me, and I don't need you to love. I've got my sister. I can hear her now. She may not be here, but she's still mine. I hope she know I still love her. Got my children, I can't hold them now. They may not be here, but they still mine. I know they know I still love them. Got my house that still keeps the cold out. Got my chair where my body can hold out. Got my hands doing good like they supposed to. Showing my heart to the folks that I'm close to. Got my eyes so they don't Yes, I'm beautiful. And I'm
Wow, I'm here. From The Color Purple, we just heard the wonderful voice of Maya. You're amazing, young lady. She's going to be a superstar, and I got to meet her. Woo woo! I am so excited, and I thank her parents again, Mr. Paul and Miss Stephanie, for allowing Maya Jarmal to be here with us on this edition of News You Can Use. She is here. We are here. I'm here. That was the name of the song, and we're just encouraged right now. And I hope that your beautiful voice that God gave you will lift up some of the people who may be watching this program over the next little bit of time. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy holidays. Stay safe. And remember that life is so fragile. Handle it with prayer.